Hello, today is 5th of August 2016 and it's now 11:45 a.m. and Nifty is in uptrend today after gap of opening. Yesterday it was sideways with negative bias. Now it is gap opening, which is a positive sign. Now Nifty call option is trading at 95 rupees 9 paisa. This I'm looking for buying for some profits. So let's see. I'm not going to buy it here because it should correct here somewhere and then at a good price. I'm looking for buying this option.
Okay, now I'm buying Nifty calls. So Nifty has sustained well. We'll keep us some stop loss and buy it. I'm taking 20 to 25 quantity. Let's see. Yeah, I bought Nifty call options at 94.3 rupees. 94 rupees 30 paisa. Now it is at 94.55. Let's see. Now it's 207. Today is Friday, 5th of August. So let's see what happens. Nifty is in uptrend throughout the day. It is still not moving much from our side level. Now it is at 91. And I'm still holding it because I hope that Nifty is going to go up. Why? Because Nifty is broken out of this yellow line. Nifty is falling sharply from here. Now my call option is at 86 rupees. And still I'm holding on to it because the trend is in my favor. That's why I'm not selling it. Trend is up and it is in my favor, and that's why I'm holding on to it. While watching this trade, this position, now it is at 88 rupees, and now it is 2:24 p.m. I'm
I
watching
wish
this
people had
video
told
of
me when
tile
I was
office,
growing up about the game of money. And make no mistake,
very
money
informative
is
video
kind of like a
regarding
game.
investments.
Most people don't know how to play it. and only a few do. And it's not just because where you're born. It's primarily about what's inside your head. So what are a few tips? I get this question a lot, how people say, they know I'm an investor and they go, how can I become an investor? And unfortunately, I had to learn a lot of it the hard way. So hopefully this will save you a little bit of time on your path. I'm gonna lean back here. Hope I don't fall down my balcony. So number one thing, without a doubt, is you have to understand the concept of how to calculate value. So if you look at great investors like Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, George Soros, these people that have made billions of dollars as investors, they understand that the big definitive moment is the moment you buy something. So let's say you want to be a real estate investor. It's not just about, do you buy and hold? It's not just about, do you rent? Do you flip? Do you renovate? Do you change the use? What it's about is, what was that beginning price that you paid? And so this concept of being able to calculate value, you can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. There's whole textbooks written on how to do this, intrinsic value, all these complicated terms. But let me keep it real simple for you. Common sense. Common sense. So back in 2007, 2008, what happened? Why did people lose so much money? Some of it was fraud, some of it were bad people in high places, but a lot of it was just simply people forgetting common sense rules.
Nifty is still in an uptrend after gap opening, those small correction. So let's see what happens.
Month we're selling for $1 or $2 million, and so what you have to do is be able to look at a little bit of historical values. And that old cliche that what goes up must come down, there's a lot of truth to that. When there's a huge bubble building, you'll see this dramatic increase in anything. Cars, houses, if you want to buy businesses, if you want to invest in the stock market, you must become a master at understanding intrinsic value, or what that really means in simple terms is the value that you can afford to pay for something. If you get that wrong, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle for the rest of your life. And that's what happened to people in the bubble in 2008. The internet bubble in 2001, what happened there? People ignored common freaking sense. Companies that didn't have any revenue were being valued at billions of dollars. Companies that didn't even have a website were being valued at tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. Never forget, what goes up must come down. Or, as what Warren Buffett says that I love so much, he says, when the tide comes in, you'll see who's swimming naked. What that means is when common sense rules the day, you'll see all the people that didn't make any sense in their investments. So what you want to do, and that's the real intricacies of how to know how to value things are outside of this little talk I'm doing here for 5 or 10 minutes. But I wanted to throw that out there to start getting in that in your brain. I have to be good. Business is worth $742,000, or this stock is worth $18 a share. You need to be able to get in the range. This is a range game. It's between 200, 250.
And now
stocks between $8 and $12. You get that right, and sure, you may not make as much money, but you definitely sure as hell won't lose as much money as people who are always riding the bubble up. Remember, what goes up must come down.
Such videos,
and when the tide comes in the investor world,
trading,
people who try to make
just
money
to balance your
and didn't
emotions.
do it the right way,
This is very, very
tide's
important
come
to
in
balance
and
your
they were
emotions.
swimming naked.
If you are
So that's number
fearful,
one.
if you are greedy,
And that's by far
you
the most
will
important rule.
not be
This
able
is the
to
rule
make
that Warren
money from
Buffett,
the
he believes
markets,
this
or
so
you
much,
will
he
not
calls
be
himself
able
a
to
value
trade in the
investor.
markets.
What that means is he's all about
So
figuring out
you should
the
be
value.
a
He
good
doesn't
learner.
care about the trends.
This
He
is
doesn't
an
care about what Wall
education,
Street
and
Journal
this
says.
video is for
He doesn't care
educational
whether
purpose.
you know, they're
I'm not
predicting a
giving any
recession.
tips.
He
I'm
says,
not
let me
giving
buy
any
stuff at a
recommendations.
fair
I'm not
price.
giving
Okay.
anything
Now,
ready-made.
number two,
You should make money on your
most
efforts.
important rule
And
in
always
this game
remember,
of making money.
profit should
And
not
this,
be
by
your
the way,
goal.
I don't care if you're watching this, you're 12 years old
Money
or
should
you're
not be your
30,
goal. Your
50,
goal
80,
should be
this
to
still
make a
applies.
good
The
trade,
economic
a
market doesn't
good
care about your age. It's not going to
entry
give you a
point.
break
My
because you're
entry point
young,
was
okay?
too
So
early.
the
Since I did
second
not
rule,
know that this sharp
uh,
fall will occur,
and so let
I
me add that because
made
a lot of people are
my entry
asking me,
point
like,
here.
hey,
But I
Todd, I'm this
held on
age.
to
What
my
book should I read? What I'm telling you
calls
right now
because the
is just
Nifty
the rules of the game.
Nifty's
Basketball is the
uptrend
same
was
rule at
intact.
all ages, so is
That made
making
me
money. So the
hold
good
on to
news is
this
you don't have to
uptrend.
worry about your age because if you get these rules down, you can make money at any age, especially now. It's never been that way really in the history of the world. All right, the second is you must have
He's
some
an American
liquidity.
investor,
Now, what is that, a fancy word? That means you
philanthropist,
must become a
businessman.
master of
His
having
name
some
is Ty
cash in the
Lopez.
bank.
His
So if you
channel
want to
is
be a
here.
good investor, what
He
happens?
keeps on
I've
posting
made this
many
mistake before.
motivational
If
videos,
all your
many
money's
self-help
invested, all your
videos.
money's tied up, you're
You
spending all your
can
money in your daily
watch it.
expenses, and you have no what I call quote unquote, you don't have your own opportunity fund, then things are going to pass you by and you will never see them again. So many great investments are missed, and it could be buying a house, it could be a car, even sometimes are good investments. I got to drive a Bugatti the other day. Man, Bugattis go up in value. These $1 million Bugattis are now $2 million. Although cars tend to be not the greatest investment. Get a car because you like to drive them for fun. But anyway, so liquidity. You got to ask yourself, now, if you don't have much money, that doesn't matter. Open up a bank account, have $100 in there, doing other stuff. And you need, so there's rule number 2. I'm going to give you 2 and 2B, 2A and 2B. So liquidity of cash. But the next one, you got to have liquidity of time.
Your option is at
If you are
96
completely
rupees.
busy, you're going to miss opportunities because nobody tells you about the good opportunities. You have to go search them yourself. That's why great investors like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, they read 250 to 1,000 pages a day. A day. 250 to 1,000 pages a day. What are they reading? They read 5 different newspapers. They read magazines. They're reading articles. They're reading books. They're uncovering hidden value that most people don't see. So you got to have liquidity of cash, have an opportunity fund, but you also have to have a liquidity of time. So if you're one of those people that packs up your life, every moment of your day is scheduled out, well, you better quit that, or you're going to be a lot poorer than you would be if you set up some time. It can be 5 minutes. I call it the 15 plus rule. Whatever your current amount of time that you have free to get in, and I'm going to talk about this more. I'm going to do a free, I've been doing these live online talks, so if you want to learn the new rules of money, I'm going to show you kind of each of these points. So I think we put a link either up or below, and you can click it. And yeah, I'm going to do a talk. I just did one the other day, like 7,000, I think 10,000 people showed up. So click the link and grab a spot before it rolls out. But so 2A, 2B, you know, liquidity of money, and even if you're broke now, start setting aside 15 bucks. 15 is better than nothing. If you have some money, you got 100 grand.
Now Nifty is all-time high, not all-time, it's days high. It's 8664, and it is call option. The call option is at 99 rupees.
All right, so that's the second thing.
My trade.
And the third thing to become a great investor is you must master fear. Because all the greats have always said that when everybody's freaking out, you should get excited. And when everybody's excited, you should freak out. Why is that true? Well, most people are illogical and they're emotional. And so what happens is, take 2008, when the market crashed, and I don't mean to use 2008. I know a lot of people got hurt, and I feel bad for that. So I'm not trying to say you want to exploit that, but what happens in the open market, you can't stop this. It's just going to happen. It's not illegal. It's not unethical. It's just the way supply and demand goes. Everybody started dumping their houses, right? Because all of a sudden banks, loans were getting all crazy, and people couldn't afford their mortgage. So at that point, when everybody was fearful and saying, get out of houses, sell your houses, guess what? Houses got cheap because the market was flooded. So the supply went up of houses, demand was low, So that means you could pick
do
up
such
houses. I knew
videos.
people, no joke, my buddy was picking up
Learn
houses in
from these
Las
people,
Vegas for 10 to
how they have made such
20,000 bucks.
money, how
Remember
they
back
have
the
made
first rule?
this
Intrinsic
huge
value. I mean, these
mansion.
houses had
This is his own
wood
huge
and
mansion.
materials in them worth more than 10 to 20,000. They call that book value. The
Unbelievable.
book value of this stuff, just or the assets, the net worth of these properties was 40 grand. He was buying it for 10 or 20. It's hard to not make money. That's a good rule of making money. You follow that rule, you're gonna make money. My friend buying houses in the Midwest, businesses. I bought businesses and doubled my money in 1 month. Why?
Now it is at 104. T is at 9674. I think it is time to book profits. Yes, it is 3:02 and it is Friday today. So market will be closed for next 2 days. So I should prefer to book profit of 10 rupees or 10% something. Put the order at 105. Yeah, sold to 25 quantity 104. I sold it because it is now 303 and I don't want to keep it overnight, not overnight, for 2 days when market is closed. I don't know how the opening will be on Monday, so I don't have to worry about that. So I sold it for nice 11 rupees profit. Now it is again at 105.60. So this is the end of the day. Hi, this is Yogesh Desai. Usually I don't show myself on the video in the video, but for the first time I'm doing this. So we made around 10% something in a 1 day. Now Nifty is again correcting because it was a euphoric high. When something like this comes, this is a dangerous sign. So this was the day today, and made some money. Thank you.